Hi guys, well today we are going to be talking about the highly anticipated new Mazda CX-3, and as you probably will agree with me from the word go, it looks absolutely brilliant, so hats off to the people at Mazda in the design department as well. As you would expect, it does have the Skyactiv technology, so you do have sporty performance, brilliant handling and also fantastic fuel economy. So if you're wanting to go in town, the city, and also on a Sunday want to go out into the countryside or like we are now into a field, you're not going to have any problems whatsoever. Now the CX-3 gives you 5 different models to choose from. You have your SE, your SE Nav, your SEL, your SEL Nav, and then the range-topping Sport Nav. There are 2 engine variants, a 1.5 and a 2 litre, as well with your manual and automatic in there as well. And that's all the manufacturers nowadays are wanting to make their engines as eco-friendly and as fuel efficient as possible. Mazda has done a fantastic job with their engines, because when you go for the 1.5 engine, it can return up to 70.6 miles to the gallon, and that the CO2 emissions are so low, it only puts out 105 grams per kilometre of CO2, which means your tax bill is extremely low. Now, as you can tell, the CX-3 is a really stylish car. All its sleek design and the angles just look absolutely brilliant, and it suggests it's built for speed, and it also suggests from the raised height of the car and also its bold stance that it's capable to go off the beaten track if needed. It's also a car that is going to suit a lot of people's tastes. You can have really stylish alloy wheels, but there are a range of wheels to choose from to suit any taste. You also have protective purposes on the side as well integrated to the style, such as these plastic bumper strips just to protect the paintwork from any cars that are opening doors in car parks or anyone that is just going to rub against it, say with the jeans and the keys in the pocket. Again, for the same purpose, you have this protective rubbing strip down the side, also fitted with some chrome detailing for aesthetic purposes. And then again at the back, it also follows on, you get your plastic bumper strip just to protect it even further. Now the CX-3 is relatively easy to get into the back of because the doors open fairly wide, and also it does have the raised position. Now the first thing you'll notice in the back of the CX-3 is how comfortable the back seats are, because it does have a really good amount of sponge and cushion in them. But also it means that you are going to be comfortable on the occasional long distance journey or just to the shops occasionally and around the city. Now I'm 5'11" and I've put the passenger seat in line with the driver's seat, which of course is in my driving position. And I have got a decent amount of headroom, that's sufficient, and also knee room is fine as well. I wouldn't have any problems being in the back. Now if you have kids, obviously safety is going to be a major thing for you, so you'll be pleased to know that the CX-3 comes standard with ISOFIX child supports, and also that the CX-3 has 6 airbags located around the car. Now the front of the CX-3 is a really nice place to be because it's very minimalistic, stylish, and also it has a lot of soft touch materials such as your leather on your dash, your doors, and then also the soft touch plastics on the top of the dash as well. Technology wise, you do have as standard a leather wrapped multifunctional steering wheel with controls for your audio, your Bluetooth and your cruise control. You also have the really neat heads up display on the dash to show you your speed, and then there's a little bits of chrome dotted around the car just to brighten things up. But a really nice thing is that you've got body coloured accents around the air vents. Now storage is good as well. You have really good sized door bins, easily big enough for large water bottles. You have a tray in between you and the passenger seat, ideal for change. You've got 2 cup holders in the middle, a cubby at the back again, probably for change and wallets. And then you have a really good sized glove box as well, and you can fit loads and loads of stuff in there. Technology-wise, the CX3 does really well. You have Bluetooth, obviously for your streaming music through your phone. You can use it for text messages, and you can read it on the screen here, and also to make phone calls. You have 2, not 1, but 2 USB ports, which you don't really find in many cars nowadays, and also an AUX port. And then, as I mentioned, you also have this screen here, which is a brilliant infotainment system. You can read text, make calls, and also stream wirelessly through your phone for music. And then the music that you are playing is going to be coming through the brilliant Bose sound system. Then when you go for the nav models, as the name suggests, you have satellite navigation, and you can control all of these features just by using this simple dial in between the seats. So overall, what is the CX3 actually like? Well, put it this way, if you had to put it into one word, you probably could easily say brilliant. And it is true, because if you're looking for a car of this size, it's got everything you need. It's got the feel of an SUV whilst having the practicality of a small city car. It's packed full of tech, safety, the space is adequate as well. So if you're currently driving, say, a Fiat 500 or a Mazda 2 sized car and you're wanting to upsize but not go too big, then the CX3 definitely is worth a place on your shortlist. People say, and I would agree with them, it's probably the best small SUV that you can buy today.